Hey Libra, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Libra, welcome. Right away here, I'm getting wind chimes. So that could be significant. Some of you may hear wind chimes in the coming weeks. I feel like that is a clearing of energy, clearing of the old to make way for new. I mean, wind chimes can be symbolic for good luck as well. Just a clearing. It can be messages from the divine. So pay attention. You may hear them online. It could be that you're walking out and about and you hear some sort of chime as well. It doesn't have to be a wind chime, but it could be something that mimics or mirrors that energy. I feel like it's a good situation. Now, some of you Librans work from home. Okay, because we do have the work from home card, whether you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or you work in a situation where you're spending a little bit of time maybe at the office and in your home environment. I feel like this is the month for you to switch up your environment, whether it's rearranging furniture, whether it's creating space. And maybe that's why I'm getting the wind chimes or the bells, because it is a clearing of the old energy. Because something is getting a little bit toxic here for you. It could be a toxic work environment. You could benefit from saging, maybe putting some Palo Santo, some music, some bells, something like that in your environment. I also get, if you work with people, there may have been gossip, or there may have been a stagnant energy between you and another person that may have been a little bit difficult, dramatic. I'm getting for you as well, Libra. This could be a supervisor, a boss, or just someone who may have been projecting or even a little bit jealous of your success or jealous of your skills or your gifts. Try not to take those things personally. Just detach from them. Try not to overspend, Libra, in the month of December. If you celebrate the holiday season, or perhaps you're going on a vacation, or there could be something you're spending a little bit of money on, try to stay within your budget with the overspending, because your final card is the debt being paid. Something is being paid here for you. And I just heard the word karma, and it makes sense because we have the spiral, which can be a karmic debt being paid. For others of you, this could be a loan that you're paying off, or it could be something here that it could be a bigger purchase, or maybe you've overspent on an item or on a purchase, but you could be paying it off sooner rather than later. Now let's dive into your energy here. You do have the spiral showing up in the recent past. So things may have felt a little bit out of control mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But the good news is you're climbing up out of that energy of chaos. Even though it may still feel a little bit chaotic where you are at, I feel like you're on the up and out here. This is an upward trend. Revisiting maybe a job or something you've put on the back burner. Perhaps some of you have wanted to clear away your workspace, or you've wanted to switch things up in your work environment, but you had to put it on hold because of A, B, or C. This is the time that you get your nose to the grindstone, is what they say. You know, this is the time for you to finish up some sort of completions, tying up loose ends here, Libra. You could go in for a promotion. This can talk about connections, networking. I feel like you're meeting new people. This is your soul tribe. This is your group. I feel good about this energy here. And you may even be, again, revisiting something of the past, but they're showing me like comparing. So perhaps you're comparing last year's sales to this year's sales, or you could be looking at some documents, graphs. They're showing me papers as well. So I feel like if you're revisiting a situation, you may be saying, okay, what do I need to do to expand and grow? But you have a new mindset coming into it, because if you would have went into it with the same mindset, you'd be in the same position that you are in. And something is shifting within you here, Libra. And even though it felt a little bit all over the place, there is an intention. I'm getting here focus, I'm getting intention and shaking up the energy. And the wind chimes are so strong here, which is interesting. And look at this. You actually have the feather, which is air element, in Libra, you are air. This is about abundance, easy money, divine intervention. So yes, some of you could be traveling. Maybe you are a travel vlogger. You may work in the airline industry. You could be traveling or taking a trip in the month of December. Maybe some of you feel a little bit undecided about 2024, but I also feel like there's a clarity of knowing that there's change and there is an understanding, a deep knowing and an acceptance that things are happening here for you. Not to you, not because you're being singled out, but because you realize and understand that some sort of cycle has played out and there is divine intervention taking place here, because some of you Librans felt a little bit stuck is what I get. You may have been repeating an old story. This gives me Wheel of Fortune vibes. It wouldn't surprise me to see that Wheel of Fortune showing up in your reading, but I also see here that some of you kept repeating a cycle, or maybe you felt like you had a little bit of a streak of not feeling as inspired, or maybe you didn't feel as prosperous or abundant as you would have liked to feel. Things are shifting here. You could be getting something off the ground with the feather. It's like taking off here, kind of like that airplane. Something's been on the ground for far too long. Now it's time to launch. For others of you, this is your own reputation, your own business, career. It's time to take something to the next level. And that's what you're doing here in December, is you're setting yourself up for success in 2024, because a lot of you, 2024 is going to be the year that your career launches into new possibilities that maybe you can't even conceive at this time, Libra. I like this a lot. Divine intervention is at play here because you've been going round and round for far too long. And it's been maybe a difficult year for you, Libra. Now, in the near future, you have the Chess card. Now, you are an analytical air sign. You think very rationally. You have a lot of brilliant ideas and you're able to, bring them to reality. But then the other piece is taking the action behind it. And this is the action behind it, because you've been in a little bit of a contemplation phase for maybe the better part of 2023, where you've been thinking things through. You've been trying to strategize. You've been trying to spend wisely. And that may be why you have overspending here at the end of the year, because you're like, okay, December, the last month, I've been doing really good with finances, or I finally have accumulated something I've wanted to see grow. Now I can spend or pay off something here that may have been what you've been working hard towards. You could have military in your background. Okay, this is about being a strong leader. And I feel like you absolutely have what it takes to move forward towards your highest calling, your highest destiny. It doesn't mean that you have to be a business owner or you have to lead a company or a group of people, but being a leader means that you are making choices in your life instead of letting other people make those choices for you. It means that you are feeling empowered. It doesn't matter what you do for a living, but if you are the one that is making the moves, if you are the one that is choosing to do something here, that means that you are embracing that leadership within. But you've thought long and hard about something here. Maybe you've thought about changing careers. You've thought about retiring, opening up your own business, enhancing or increasing your, side hobby, whatever this is for you, maybe even going back to school. But the Chess card says that you're making a big, bold move. And I feel like you will come out on top, because they're highlighting here the cross. And this reminds me of the Judgment card as well. So you've done a lot of evaluating. Now you're changing your life for the better and you're making some big moves. And I just heard like checkmate, which is interesting because, well, that may be a different, is that chess or checkers? Checkmate, which is interesting because your bonus card, you have the ring. This is about financial commitments and possibly a partnership, right? Some sort of partnership here. And some of you, when you play the game of chess, if you've ever played chess, I've played more checkers than I have chess, but you take a look at your opponent. You take a look at their moves as well, so it can kind of help you shift into what the best move is for you. So this could be taking a look at other people in your line of work. It could be taking a look at maybe your target market. It could be taking a look at, where you've gone, choices that you've made in the past versus new choices that you can make here, because there's a polarity. And if anyone knows polarity, Libra, it's you. So this is about strategizing and being in something for the long haul, basically. So I like this. And there is a partnership that you are either in or you don't see coming, because this is your bonus card. This is a financial commitment that you invest in. And look at that. You have long-term investments, and you have here long game. So something that you've been contemplating for quite some time, you've been wanting for quite some time or working towards, is leading to a lot of fulfillment, a fulfilling career that nurtures you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and of course, financially, because we need that financial stability here on the earthly plane. But it's like you're hitting all of those boxes. This is about a partnership with the divine, a partnership with yourself, a partnership with others. It's about working together. So if you have been maybe in a solo environment, or you've been building up yourself, and as I said that, they showed me 11:11 on the clock. Some of you are partnering up with a company, organization, business, prospect, client. This could even be a partnership in your personal life that allows you to move into the next level of your career. This is a really beautiful energy of tying things together, because you're tying up loose ends, right? So as you pull through and get closer to the finish line of one thing here, you're actually ascending into a new move. And maybe some of you are sitting on this for quite some time, because in the game of chess, you can sit there for quite some time and decide what move to make, especially if you're a Libra. I'm one as well. I get it. Sometimes we contemplate, we go back and forth, right? We oscillate. Should I make that move? No, they're going to go there. They're going to go there. And we can stay indecisive for a bit. But Libra, you're ready to make that next move. And I feel like, again, I keep hearing checkmate, checkmate. So it's like you're coming to a conclusion, a finalization. There's something you finally have learned. You're ready to take to the next level here. And it's really going to bring about a sense of satisfaction on all levels for your career, your finances, your abundance, and your wealth. So let's see what's coming in here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. You have the Seven of Wands followed by the Four of Cups. We're just going to pull all the cards out here for you first, Libra. All right. Yeah, you're definitely going into your belief systems. You're taking a look at your morals. You're taking a look at your integrity here. You're reassessing priorities. Yeah, okay. You've been patient. I see that. Tower in reverse showing up in your environment. There's a lot going on here, Libra, for the better. You don't want to be stuck any longer. New perspectives and final outcome for Libra. Thank you. Oh, I love it. Okay. Libra. Seven of Wands. Crossing your energy, Four of Cups. You're all in here. Whatever it is that you are moving out of, right? This spiraling energy, whatever it is that you're making a big move into, you're all in. This is something that potentially, not even potential, because I feel like it's not just potential. It's something you're grasping. This is going to take you home. And what that means is take you into retirement. This is going to be long-term. This is going to be here for you for the rest of your time here on Earth. And whatever this is, it's big, it's powerful. And you know without a doubt, Libra, that this is part of your path, your soul's mission. It's part of what you are meant to do here in the earthly realm. But you've had to go through a lot. Some of you, you've had to deal with backlash. You've had to deal with rejection. You've had to deal with the pressure from all angles. You may have been offended. You may have felt defenseless at times. Sometimes you felt like you were on guard. But this is about you non-conforming. This is about you making choices for yourself instead of letting other people make those decisions for you, right? This is also the energy of, feeling like you have the courage to face adversity. You've already have faced it. Five of Wands can be adversity. Six of Wands is being recognized. And now Seven of Wands is saying, I have what it takes because I've come this far and I'm still going. I'm still putting up this fight for what I believe. This is the card of bravery. It is the card of going the distance here and defending yourself because you want to live life on your own terms. And I feel like you have the upper hand here to do so, Libra. So kudos to you. This is a very determined energy. You have what it takes to succeed. Whatever it is that you are wanting to go forward in, even if the path ahead looks a little bit foggy or unclear, although that deep knowing within you knows, right? But in the physical aspect, if things are still trying to pan out, you're going to make a move here. And I feel like it's a big move that's going to affect the rest of your life. Okay. I mean, you've been going through a lot. This last eclipse season in your sign was a powerful one. We have a lot of unveiling, a lot of self-truth and authenticity coming about. We have Libra in the South Node on a global level. So this is your time, Libra. This is your time to shine. And what's crossing your energy is the Four of Cups. You don't want to have any regrets. You don't want to be laying on your deathbed or at the end of your life saying, I wish I would have done that. Right? I wish I would have built that business. I wish I would have graduated, went back to school. I wish I would have moved across the country. I wish I would have been brave enough to put my face on YouTube. Whatever it was or is for you, you are all in and you're not wanting to live life with regrets. Some of you, there is this sense here because it is showing up in the reverse, which I don't mind seeing the Four of Cups in reverse because it means that you're reaching out. It means that, yes, there's been frustration. Yes, there's been pessimism and maybe even at times a lack of inspiration. Welcome to being a human at times, right, Libra? But this is about you coming out of that energy and saying, you know, I've allowed myself to have that human experience of feeling bored, feeling inspired, or not giving it all my all. But you're shifting that up and you're saying, hell no, I'm not going to sit in that energy any longer. This is it. This is time for me to give it all I got. At least then, if I need to pivot or if it doesn't work, I know that I gave it my all and my 100%. Okay, not saying it's not going to work here, Libra, but you don't want to go into something half-assed is what I feel. This is about you going all the way. And I get that determination within you. And there's something that's bubbling up within you. And if you are resonating with this reading, you don't want to have any regrets. Now, what's below you? A lot of beliefs, a lot of maybe traditions that you are breaking the mold on. This is something that can be difficult. When you grow up in a specific environment, whether it's religion, whether you were raised in a certain school, right, or school of belief, or you grew up without money, or you grew up thinking that you couldn't be your own boss, or maybe you had to work for someone else, whatever it was, we tend to stick to what we know. Not you, Libra. You're breaking the mold. You're here to break cycles. That's what we said earlier with the spiral. Could be karmic cycles that your soul chose to incarnate and be the catalyst to break them. If so, pat yourself on the back. That's not an easy thing to do. But the Hierophant energy is about you doing things in an unconventional way. And that's going to rub people the wrong way at times. That is going to rub them the wrong way. But trust that you are fulfilling your mission because this is about traditional thinking versus unconventional. And some of you are blending that approach. Maybe you went to school for nursing. Okay, maybe you went to school and you're currently a nurse, but you realize that there's a service to being that nurse, but you also realize that there's a holistic piece of it as well. And you want to take what maybe you've learned and what resonates, take it to the next level, maybe a step deeper, or, you know, the holistic piece that may feel missing at times. And a lot of you are choosing to open yourself up to a new way of doing things and to take people with you, but not in a forceful way, Libra. You know, just like this channel here. I'm not out there saying you, and you, come watch me, right? It's about you resonating with the energy. And if this resonates with you, awesome. But if not, that's okay as well. And that's what you are putting out into the universe here, whether you have a spiritually based business, whether you work in accounting, or maybe you are a grocery store bagger, right? It doesn't matter what you do as long as it's part of your alignment, it's part of your truth, and you know this to be your truth, then nothing else matters. They're giving me that Metallica song, Nothing Else Matters. So that's kind of the mentality I feel here for you in the month of December is nothing else matters. You may want to, I'll try to stick the lyrics below, but you may want to look that up because that can motivate you, pump you up, right? It's definitely about breaking against the grain is what I see here. In the recent past, you have the Four of Wands. There's more military. Some of you definitely military background, or it's breaking some sort of routines. Because for those of you that ever had anyone in your family that was military, they can be very, very structured, very routine. They like to do certain things because it makes them feel in control. Some of you, if you grew up in a setting or an environment that was traumatic or it was unpredictable, you yourself may suffer as an adult at times from trying to keep the peace, try to, control the environment around you. But because we have the Four of Wands, there's some sort of togetherness here. And it feels great. You feel grateful for this, whether this is soul, tribe, community, clients. It's a love for what you do. Okay, there is a coming together. And look at that. There's the American flag. So for some of you, even if you don't live in America, this is, freedom. It's liberation. It's being able to express yourself. Some of you, it's reaching people on a global level. It is about helping families, helping people come together despite adversity, despite being at a distance, despite the fears and the unknown. Part of your life mission here, Libra, is to bring that togetherness together, right? It's a sense of bringing this to the center, to the fore focus. And a lot of you know that this is kind of what you want to do, whatever that may be for you. Even if it's you being a hairstylist and you're bringing people together and enhancing their energy by allowing them to feel externally what they're feeling internally. So maybe they come to you to get their hair done and you're part of that uplifting, right? See it from a higher perspective. See it from the big picture. I'm getting big picture thinking here for you, Libra. Big picture thinking. The Two of Coins is showing up above you. It is showing up in the reverse, and the reverse is reassessing priorities because you're juggling up a lot at this time. You may be taking a look at, weighing options, maybe even doing some comparison shopping for some of you. Do I stay here? Do I move in that direction? Do I go for that position with benefits, or do I go for that position that has higher pay, right? Do I move or travel in this location for my career, or do I stay where I'm at for a few years to save up? So the Two of Coins is about reassessing your path. And some of you are at this very important crossroads or this juncture in your career. But this is a good thing. This is a good thing because this chess is about you making a choice. Okay, this chess piece is about you strategizing. And I don't feel like you're going to make a wrong decision here. I really don't, especially with your outcome. Okay, so Two of Coins is about reassessing those priorities and multitasking. Libra, you're excellent at multitasking. You can juggle many things up in the air. And you may have an expertise in a specific area where you're able to multitask. Okay, I remember many years ago when I worked in the corporate world, and I used to be an executive assistant for a very large real estate company. And I was constantly, here's the phone, here I am typing, somebody walks in, and we're doing many, many different things at once. It's like you have your fingers in all different pots. And for some of you, you're good at being the glue. You hold things together. But if you are a business owner, you're able to branch off and do many different things within your business. It's like you're able to wear many different hats, play many different roles, whether this is you being in the front lines, you being the marketer, the creator, you doing many things, but also gaining knowledge in the things that you're not as up to date with, bringing people on board that can help you out. Right? And so the Two of Coins is just being able to reassess. What do you need to focus on now? Because everything is a juggling act. It's a balance act. And I feel if anyone can do it, Libra, it's you. Now, don't fear the change, because in the near future, you're being called to shake up that routine. Something has become stagnant. And there needs to be change. And maybe that's why I was getting the wind chimes as well, because it's showing back up here. When you hear the wind chimes, know that is, and some of you, you may just hear it. It may not even be a wind chime out in, you may not see one, but you just hear it. Maybe it has to do with singing bowls again, or some sort of bells or chimes. But that is a reminder from Spirit saying, embrace change. Do not fear it. Because if you want something more meaningful, if you want something deeper, you must walk away from the old. Okay, you must shake it up a little bit. Move fearlessly forward. And mind you, the word fearless, it doesn't mean that there's an absence of fear, but you're not letting fear control your decisions. You're letting your powerful, brilliant mind and your heart come together to make some balanced decisions when it comes to your career, and you're going all in. But there needs to be something shifted, and it can start with as little as, adding a plant to your office space. It can be about putting your chair, if you work maybe at your kitchen table, maybe swap chairs, sit in a different area than you normally sit at. Take lunch at a different time. Wake up at an earlier time, right? Whatever it is that you need to shift up, start with the baby steps, because those baby steps lead to the greater, bigger picture. And so something is shifting here, something is changing. You're walking away, leaving behind the old. There could be some new clientele. Some of you are shifting out of a certain area into something new, and it may scare you because you may think, well, do I have the skills? Do I have what it takes? Can I really do this? The answer is absolutely yes, you can. You have the ability to make big moves and to impress. I get that here because you have this king or queen status. How are you feeling? You're feeling like you have to be patient and balanced at the same time. It says patient balance. Look at that. She's on that tightrope there. She's had to practice. Some of you are being called to find and stay and create that balance in the best way possible. Okay, you may again be weighing up some pros and cons. When the Temperance card shows up, this is about self-control. Self-control in order for you to go all in. Okay, this is part of what helps you. And Libra, because you've gone through a lot of these beliefs, a lot of you have shed what no longer works. You've upgraded your consciousness in a way. Yeah, upgraded your consciousness. That's big. But it's allowed you and given you the patience that you need to move forward into the next phase. So right now you feel like maybe things aren't moving as quickly, but they are actually internally, energetically, you're shifting. If timing has been a really big thing for you lately, so for example, let's say it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but feels like it's 9 p.m., or maybe it's 5 in the morning, but feels like it's 11 a.m. If timelines are feeling very sporadic, or if it feels like you're jumping, it really is. Time is not linear any longer. It feels like it's, everything kind of coming together. That's why it feels like a spiral at times. But know that there's a lot happening energetically, even if you can't quite see it physically at this time. Your patience is going to pay off here, Libra. I promise you. What's happening in your environment? A whole hell of a lot of Tower. The Tower in reverse is about a needed transition, a needed change. And this has been your theme for the last few months, October, November, December. For those of you that caught the November, monthly November career and love, if you haven't, check them out, because it's all about change and transformation. This Tower is coming here to raise that consciousness that we just talked about. It's bringing you change, big change. And the Tower also offers you that freedom, and it shatters the old belief system, which is this Hierophant. Maybe the old belief system said, Libra, you don't have what it takes to build that business. You don't know anything about business. Maybe that old belief system is your mother in the background telling you that you have to be a nurse because she was, or a teacher because that's what you're going to be good at. That's what you've always been good at, Libra. You have to go in that direction. No. Does it align with you? If it does, then yeah, go in that direction. But this is about your truth, your values, your integrity. And if they do not align, this is time for you to bust out of them, because you're all in here, Libra. All in with your soul purpose, your mission. When the Tower shows up, it can bring in unexpected change, but I feel like this is expected. You know about this Tower because you are the one creating it. Whew. Your hopes and fears, being stuck. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be in limbo. But the hope here is a rewarded sacrifice. The fear is empty reward. What if I do all this and I don't get anything? What if it's not rewarding? What if it's not fulfilling? What if I stay stuck? What if I can't do it? What if I fall on my face? And it reminds me of that quote, oh, but darling, what if you fly? Right? What if you fly? Because your soul has wings. And that was another message in the newsletter. Your soul has wings, Libra. It's time for you to be rewarded for the sacrifice that you have gone through. For some of you, this does have to do with helping other countries, helping other people in need, being of service to the world, maybe wearing and putting on that suit, right? Or that outfit, that uniform. Your sacrifice is going to pay off here in big ways. But Spirit is saying, don't give up, because your final outcome here is the 8 of coins. You're being handed this staff. You're being handed here a responsibility or a duty in a way. But you already know about this because your soul designed it. It's for you, to you, right? It's part of your mission. So you have what it takes. Some of you may feel like it's too hot for the touch. Maybe you feel like you're going to get burned, or it's going to be too heavy for you to carry. Libra. Let's eradicate that belief. This is about acquiring expertise and not letting your perfectionism or that need to control the environment to get in your way, because that's self-sabotage based on a belief that you have that everything needs to be in a sense of control or in a sense of being perfect, because some of you went through situations that were very messy, very chaotic, very turbulent. You have what it takes to grow. The 8 of Cups, or excuse me, 8 of Pentacles, which actually you do have the 8 of Cups here. So you have double 8 energy in your reading. You have a lot of major arcanas all the way up your side here. So get ready, because there's definitely some shifts that are going to get you out of stagnancy. That's why the Tower is showing up in your environment. This is big. You're making some big moves here. Like I said, these moves are based on you. You are the one that's creating this tower. Even if it feels like it was an external source that created the original tower, it's because your soul knew that it was getting too stagnant. You weren't feeling as inspired. You were getting to that point of impatience, of wanting to give up or not knowing what way is up, what way is down. And that's where the universe and divine intervention came in here with the feather and says, all right, Libra, you're going to get back what you've put in. Your time has come. Let's shake up this routine. Let's not be perfect. We don't have to be perfect. You're imperfectly perfect just the way you are. And so if you've been hiding or holding back your gifts, your skills, or maybe you've been wanting to learn something, but you've been putting it on the back burner, the 8 of Pentacles is putting in your best effort, loving what you do and learning what you do not know, so you can acquire that expertise. So you can continue to be the teacher, to be the student, and fluctuate between the both. This is a very fortuitous card for those that are educators, for those that are in the art, design, music, spiritual, I'm getting as well. 8 of Coins is a very stable, you have a lot of stability here, believe it or not. You have the 4 of Cups, you have the 4 of Wands. 4 and 4 equals 8. You have double 8s here as well. So 4s are about structure, 8s are about strength. And 2024, lo and behold, 2024 is an 8 global year. When you add 2024, it breaks down to 8. And so a lot of you, 2024 is going to be the year that this staff is handed to you. It's like the universe coming in. Whether the universe shows up as a business partnership or contract, another person, or it's just you really stepping into this, you are being asked to carry this because you have the power to do so. This is a beautiful energy here, Libra. You have what it takes. You may not even be aware of the power that you carry at this time. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. You have the deep knowing card, Libra. It's card 43. Some of you may be 43 years old. You may be in a 7 personal year or, again, 7 global year. Some of you are life path 7 as well. This is about a deep knowing. You know, if this is resonating with you, you know that you've come here to do big things, right? You don't need me to tell you that, but it is nice confirmation that things are moving forward for you, even if it feels like you've been a little bit stuck. Now, a lot of you are intuitive. You are highly intuitive, maybe even psychic. You have medium abilities. You have this knowing within. Maybe some of you incorporate that into your business practices. This is about listening to the oracle within. Empathy, hypersensitivity, and intuition. I'm just getting here. There's something that's getting hijacked, but not in a bad way. It's like your intuition is being hijacked and replaced. Maybe not intuition. Ego is being hijacked and replaced with intuitive downloads, intuitive insight. You're not going crazy, Libra. You really are ascending, and a lot of you, your gifts are opening up in the near future that is going to benefit you in 2024. So not only are you making rational and analytical decisions, you're making intuitive decisions that you know are in your highest good. And this is about intuition. Yeah, listening to that oracle within when it comes to your career, finances, and money. This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. What did we say earlier? This reading, literally, I'm going to title it Big Thinking, Libra, because you are expanding your consciousness. And this is that higher knowing that, it transcends that smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently past the busy mind. Your genius awaits. Whoo, Libra. Yes, yes, yes. Past the busy mind. There's the busy mind, the spiral in the recent past. And so it's like your intuition is hijacking your busy mind and saying, all right, Libra, you've been spinning in cycles long enough. You've been going round and round long enough. It's time for that inner knowing to really shift up the game. So that divine intervention is actually you, right? That divine inner spark is you. That divine inner, interconnectedness is bringing you this tower to shift you out of this routine. So beautiful energy. Now, for those of you that are highly, highly sensitive, okay, I'm going to bring this up, even though I don't see tons of that here in the reading, but I'm just going to bring it up. For those of you that are on empathy overload, you may need to get grounded a little bit more. This is part of the protection message because it says tune out for a bit. Hypersensitive, you could be suffering from psychic exhaustion. It signals a time here of recharging of your batteries. Set energetic boundaries. Take a salt bath, empty your mind, and get back to you. Don't be too open because soon enough you can let your guard down. And look at that. You come in with the 7 of Wands, which has that guard up. We talked about that. So for those of you that are on a little bit of that intuitive overload or just, again, feeling the world upon you, if it feels heavy, ground your energy. Take a nice salt bath. With the work that I do, I tune into the collective and tune into the consciousness and tune into the energies. And sometimes it's overwhelming, even for what I do. And so the other day, even though it was a very, very busy day of recording and a lot to do, I had to trust my intuition when my higher self said, all right, Mel, you just need to take a salt bath and take a couple hours so you can show up at 100%. And that's exactly what I did. I said, okay, I'm just going to clear this hour out of my day, even though I have this busyness going on, right? My mind going in circles. I said, I'm going to listen to my intuition, listen to my body. And I took an hour, salt bath. And afterwards, there was a sense of rejuvenation. And I was able to show up and do my work at 100% and get more done than I would have done if I wouldn't have listened. And that's what you're being called to do at this time. You don't want to suffer from psychic exhaustion because that can be draining. Right now, you need self-care and self-love and say, no, thank you. If anyone, in your life exhausts you, won't that feel good, Libra? Yes, it will. All right, last but not least, let's get a few messages from your spirit animal guides. Libra, take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. A nice big breath in. And hold it for as long as you can and release through the mouth with a sigh. Another nice big deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra. And release. And with your eyes closed, Libra, I want you to tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps your animal swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. Perhaps your animal has crossed over the rainbow bridge, or maybe one at your home currently. This could be an animal that you've crossed paths with recently in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Libra. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your animals in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into the giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, some of you Libras out there, you could be 41, 43, 63, or you're born on the 17th. And right away you have Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Look at that. The nightingale is on top of the horn. So there's the energy of music, of vibration, of frequency that we received in the very beginning of your reading with the wind chimes. This is about you tuning into those frequencies. It's about you shifting things up, maybe even singing your own song, marching to the beat of your own drum, you taking the lead and whatever that lead looks like for you. So know that love is all around. Make choices that feel good to your heart and soul. You have vulture. Nothing is wasted. And this is important here to remember. This also came up, I believe, in Virgo's reading. Some of you may be on that Virgo cusp. But sometimes we think we're wasting our lives on something. And maybe it feels like that, but if we're still in a position that's going round and round, it's because there's still lessons that our soul wants to learn and acquire. So cut yourself some slack. For some of you, cut yourself off of whatever this cycle or energy is, and move towards a new direction, because nothing is wasted. Next, you have the owl. You can see clearly now, right? There is a situation where your eyes are wide open. And even though you still are facing some uncertainty here, you have that deep knowing within you. You can see things clearly now. And I'm getting that song, I Can See Clearly Now, the Rain Is Gone. I forget who sings it. But for some of you, it has been rainy, it has been stormy, and now you're able to see the rainbow, right? You're able to see the rainbow on the horizon or on the other side of the storm. And lastly, you have crow spirit. Co-create with spirit. Spirit is your biggest manifesting partner. Your guides are here for you. The universe brings to you what you put out, right? The law of attraction, the law of, what you put out, you shall receive. Karma. The law of cause and effect as well. All of these laws kind of work hand in hand here. And you're realizing things that maybe you weren't able to understand before. Maybe there's a deeper knowing of things that maybe eluded you in the past, okay? Because you're co-creating and spirit wants what's best for you. It's also card 17 in tarot. 17 is the star. This is about not giving up on your dreams, Libra. This is about you feeling inspired, maybe even inspiring others, inspiring the masses, inspiring the planet to not give up on the big picture dream. Big picture thinking here, Libra. You have what it takes to succeed and so much more. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. And of course, it helps the channel, which I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Please do drop your power animals in the comment section below. And if you are interested in a personal reading, entering into that giveaway, if you don't want to drop your animals, or if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can find all that information on the website intuitivesoulcoach.com. Thank you so much, Libra, for your time, for your energy, for your support, and for your love. Till next time.